Hi, I'm Darlene Panzera from Aspiring Writer Academy, and today we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to show you how to create a plot map for your fictional story. What is a plot map? While many writers brainstorm story ideas using connected bubbles and bullet lists, I'm going to show you how to create a plot map to outline your story using a simple paper bag. What is a plot map and why do you need one? A plot map gives you a visual overview of your entire story, marking key events, turning points, and perhaps even a chapter-by-chapter summary. Today, I will show you how to create a cheap, easy plot map out of a paper bag. The plot map is divided into blocks, one per chapter, where you can paste sticky notes or index cards to summarize what happens within your story. A plot map allows you to visually see the whole story at a glance. With sticky notes, you can move around ideas to see how they might line up in the story, great for brainstorming. It's a fantastic tool for keeping track of your story while writing, and afterwards, it's a great way to look back at the main points of your story during the revision phase. When published, which may be months or years later, you can look back at the plot map to refresh your memory or the key points as you write guest blog posts or create promotional materials and a marketing plan. Using a paper bag is cheap and easy. Paper bags are cheaper than buying poster boards or a roll of brown packaging paper, although if you prefer, those items will work too. Creating a plot map from a paper bag is a good way to recycle or repurpose material, and when it is cut and taped together, paper bags can give you the perfect length to make a scroll to really see the story from beginning to end. The exact size is up to you and may depend on the length of your story. You can also create a plot map by taping sheets of 8.5 by 11-inch pieces of paper together, although a paper bag gives you greater width and length to work with and will have less seams. Okay, this is how we create a paper bag plot map. First, gather your supplies. You will need a large paper bag like those you get at the grocery store. Make sure it's clean and not torn. Use scissors to cut the bag lengthwise up one seam, just like this. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to take scissors, just cut this lengthwise right across here. And then you want to cut out this rectangle at the bottom of the bag, the whole bottom. Just like this. So you remove the whole bottom of the bag. Okay, now you don't want the writing side. We're going to use the opposite side that is clean and blank. And you should have a paper bag scroll just like this. Now, if you're writing a novella or a short story, one bag might be just fine. But if you're writing a full-length novel, you might want to do this with two paper bags and tape them together to make a longer scroll because you're going to have more chapters. At the top of your scroll, you might want to put the title, and this could be a working title. You don't have to know what your story's going to be named yet, just put whatever. On some of my stories, I just, put like Christmas Ranch. I'll figure out what my real title is going to be later. Now, with a pen or a Sharpie marker, divide the vertical map into different sections by drawing horizontal lines across the width of the scroll about 5 inches apart. You can use a ruler if you want to, or you can even just enough to be able to fit like an index card on top of it. Each section will represent one chapter of your story. So we're going to go like this, and I'm just going to draw quickly some lines. And I think an easy way is to just use the index card as a guide to see how much space you should have, because what we're going to be doing is taping index cards in each section here. Now for a novella, a good guide would be to go about 10 chapters. And if you're doing a full-length novel, maybe make enough space for 20 chapters. You might not have 20 chapters in your story. You might end up with 25, 30, or you might end up with 15. But just use this as a guide to get started. You can always revise your story and move things around later. And like I said, if you need more spaces, more lines, just tape another paper bag to this one, and you can make it any length that you want. For those who want to use a poster board instead of a paper bag, you will want to take a Sharpie and divide the entire board into 20 squares. 5 squares across and 4 squares down, like a checkerboard. Again, each square will represent one chapter. You can number each one. When you brainstorm your story, you may find that you do not have enough story ideas or material to fill out all the blank sections, and that's okay. The actual number of chapters for your story can be adjusted later. Also, there are some areas of your story that may remain blank for now and need to be filled in later as you write. If dividing your story at this point into chapters is a little bit too much for you, you might want to just start with the very basics. You might just want to put Act 1, the beginning. What happens in the beginning of your story? Act 2, the midpoint. What happens in the middle of your story? And then Act 3, how is it resolved at the end? And just start with those pieces, and you can brainstorm the rest and add other things further along. So if you are new to writing, you might just want to list all the ideas you have for your story on sticky notes and rearrange them in the order that you think they might occur. Nothing is set in stone at this point. You are simply brainstorming. That is why we use sticky notes, so that you can move your ideas around on the board. See what clusters of ideas may be grouped together to form scenes. More advanced writers, or those who prefer going deeper into the 3-act structure of plotting a fictional novel, may want to label the different turning points on the plot map. For instance, you will have your opening, setup, and introduction to characters in Chapter 1. You may have the inciting incident that changes everything in Chapter 3, depending of how long your story is. Say a novella is 10 chapters, then right in the middle at Chapter 5, you might have your midpoint and your temporary triumph. Of course, these are estimates for the purpose of brainstorming. Where do you see the black moment occurring in your storyline? In most stories, the moment occurs about 3/4 of the way through. The story climax will follow, and then you will have the story resolution at the novel's end. How many scenes or chapters will these events take to unfold? You can use a marker or sticky note to label the parts of the story and their approximate location on the plot map. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect, just take a guess. Then write your story ideas on sticky notes and see if you can cluster some of the ideas together that might form chapters or scenes, and stick them on the plot map in the chapters or sections where you think they belong. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't know if it's going to be in Chapter 4 or 5, just stick it on the board and you can rearrange it later. For a more in-depth look at solid story structure, often called the 3-act structure, click the link in our blog for a step-by-step tutorial on how to plot your fictional novel with a free plot sketch template included. Now we go to the next step. Now it's time to take out some index cards. Look at the sticky notes in each section or chapter that you are working on the plot map. Write a summary on an index card of what might happen in each chapter and tape the index card on the plot map besides the sticky notes. You should have one index card for each section. Does the story make sense when read in this order? Or do you need to change some of your ideas around? Your plot map is a brainstorming board to help you organize your ideas into a visual image of your story. Don't worry if you have blank chapters or if your chapter descriptions seem vague. The more you brainstorm your story, the more ideas that you will have to fill in these empty sections. Some of you may need to start writing your story to get to know your characters better and to discover how the plot will unfold. When you get new ideas, simply add them to the plot map. For some of you, writing down the chapter summaries in your plot map may be enough and you can stop right there. Others may want to take the plot map to a deeper level and tape additional index cards to each chapter outlining what happens in each scene within the chapter. So you might have 4 scenes. So you might have one chapter summary card and 4 little index cards taped here on top of each other, one for each scene. If you are familiar with scene and sequel, you may even want to map out the components of each scene. How to create a plot map from a paper bag. Step 1. Cut the bag up one side and cut out the bottom to form a vertical scroll. Step 2. With a Sharpie marker, divide the map into chapters, about 10 for a novella and 20 for a novel, even if you don't use them all. Have them all about 5 inches apart. Step 3. We're going to use sticky notes for each scene idea. Here's my opening. I might write an idea here for my opening scene. And I may not know exactly where they belong yet, but chapter 2, I might have an idea for intro for cute meet between the romantic couple. And chapter 3, I might have a inciting incident that changes everything for my main character. And if you have your ideas for your story, just place them where you think they might belong on the board. Feel free to put sticky notes all over the place with your ideas and just stick them on like this. Just coat your board and then look at the ideas, see which ones go together and see if you can clump them into scenes or chapters. And you can rearrange them any way you want. That's what's so great about sticky notes. And once you have an idea that you really want to keep, I would suggest adding a little bit of tape to the top of a sticky note so it stays on, because the glue on the back of the sticky note, it often comes unglued and then they all fall off, and then that wouldn't be great for your story. So you want to make sure they stay on. So if you have a solid idea, tape them on. Then take some index cards and write a chapter summary for each section of your novel. This is chapter 1. Write your scene summary off of all your ideas. Chapter 2, chapter 3. Or just place them beginning of the story, middle of the story, and the end of the story. It doesn't have to be exact. Do it any way you want. Okay, and then if you really want to go further than that, you can have your chapter summary and tape that under chapter 1. And then off to the side here, you might go scene 1, scene 2, scene 3 and 4, and tape them onto your plot map as well. So now you have your chapter summary and you have your scenes taped over here. Here's a fun idea. Gather some writer friends together for the whole day and help each other put together a plot map with the bare bones of each person's story ideas. Afterward, you can keep each other accountable on the actual writing process. Where can you keep your plot map? You can roll it up like a scroll and secure it with a rubber band for easy transport. Some writers pin the plot map to a wall or the back of a closed door. Hang the plot map on a bulletin board with push pins. If you have a large office, you might want to lay it on a long table. How to use the plot map for marketing and promotion. Take pictures of your plot map and post them on social media to show your readers the method that you are using to brainstorm your next story. Far shots are recommended. You don't want anyone to actually read what is written on all your little sticky notes, or it might give away story spoilers. I once posted a picture of my cat sprawled out across my plot map. And yes, cats love to lay on your plot maps when you have them on the table and may hinder your progress while trying to brainstorm your story. You can also put your plot map on a Pinterest board along with other pictures that represent your characters, setting, and storyline. After the book is published, give your readers a link to see all of these ideas that went into creating your story. You can also post the same information to a page on your website or onto a blog. Place your plot map on a tripod and stand it in the corner at your book signing so readers can see how you mapped out the story. Many find this extremely interesting. When creating marketing materials for your published book, look at the plot map for key ideas that you may want to promote. Does one of the turning points inspire a great one-liner to hook readers into reading your story? Can the plot map help you write a synopsis or condense the story into a story pitch to an agent or editor? Instead of searching through the many pages of your manuscript, just glance at your plot map to see what key events happened chapter by chapter in your story. I hope you have enjoyed how to create a plot map for your fictional story, and that you have gained some valuable tips to put together a cheap, easy, visual outline of your short story or novel that you can hang in your office to keep you on track while you are writing. If you have any questions or would like to leave a comment below, we would love to hear from you. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe to our channel. That way you don't miss out on future videos. For additional help developing your story idea, we invite you to download our free Brainstorming Your Story Idea worksheet.